trustees are here. Right now we'll do our swearing in of our newly elected village trustee, returning again. Shalom, please.
I, Shalyn K. Peace,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a village trustee to the best of my ability.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of village trustee to the best of my ability.
Yes. Congrats.
Thanks.
Welcome back, Shalyn. Thank you. This is more our organizational meeting for the year, so it's a lot of boring resolutions and such. The treasurer's report, Kevin is at his children's concert tonight, so he's excused. There's no actions that he's asked us to take. He did the updates for our Windows upgrade from Twin State. The last dump truck is just received by the DPW. He'll give us a report on all the expended all of our ARPA funds. The premiums for health insurance jumped again for us, going up to 10.38%. And then our prescription and Medicare supplement, UHC went up 27.9, AARP went up 6.4. No actions to take, everything else is pretty kosher. We'll jump into our committee reports. The trustees had asked that we go back to the old way where we had two people at each, for each committee, just in case someone couldn't make it, made it a little bit easier for scheduling purposes, so I oblige. So yeah, first up we have code and enforcement, and that's now Ken and Chad.
I didn't share any of this with Chad. We met the other night, Monique and Mike and myself, pretty quick get together. Basically, we talked about items in the village right away. I think we're going to work on some language on how to address that. As far as I'm concerned, if something's in the right of way, the DPW, whoever, should just be able to remove it. If there's a water break and you need to move a basketball hoop, shouldn't have to knock on the door and ask them 10 times. So we're going to work on that. Monique and Mike and myself, we did, last month we brought up the fact that we need to have the code looked at. Monique's been working with one vendor, and I reached out to another vendor. We had a, 45-minute Zoom meeting with them. They did send us a ballpark figure, but we're still, I think we're still waiting from the other vendor to get some more information, or you've got to.
They sent a proposal as well,
Okay.
both did. So we have the final cost from Code or Civic Plus.
Civic Plus, yeah.
And I reached out to the other vendor. He forwarded the proposal last Friday. He called today to see if there are any additional questions. We will likely have a Zoom call with him as well.
So, even, well, I know Monique and I spoke from the both vendors, both of them, if we decide to go that route, which I think is a good idea, we can be able to split it over the two different years. So we can split it halfway. They'll go right through the whole code and help us tweak it and remove. So moving forward, we'll get some more info on it.
They have legal analysts and on the state side, and then on the municipality side as well. We'll make sure everything's up to code, remove the redundancies and the contradictions. We haven't done this since 2006, so it's time for sure.
Yeah. And the other thing I have is Mike's group is working, this has to do with some of the apartments in the village who decided not to get a fire inspection. And I know a lot of that's in the court's hands. They're moving forward with more village code. Because my concern is, what if something bad happens while we're waiting for the courts to do their thing? As far as I'm concerned, if they're not letting firefighters in there, then the property's really not safe. And they're still getting paid, and which just baffles me. So Mike's group is moving forward with that, and then I'm sure next week or next month when we get together, we'll have some more information on that.
Okay.
So, good. Anything else I missed, Mike?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, that's all I got.
DPW will still be David, and Shalom will join him. David, anything for DPW?
Not a whole lot, just, winter is here, so, snow plowing has started. And they had 3 water main breaks last week in the village. Got notice of recycling and refuse rates are gonna be going up. I think we're discussing some more later. The Center Street culvert is down as of December 26th. This closing is December 26th. We're continuing to work on Veterans Park railings as they have time. They put up decorations for Christmas. And, lastly, I have a meeting with Eric Gustafson, with Monique and Steve on Water District. And there is no resolution yet. They're taking, working with another firm, it's called, maybe saying this one, Nussbaumer, is that correct? Nussbaumer and Clark. And they're gonna come up with a proposal for the district, so.
They didn't like our proposal?
Well, I think what's going on is, I think Eric wants to pass it off to somebody else. And,
I thought our
So,
proposal
you
was
know-
pretty cut and dried.
So Eric, look into that, because it's too complicated to do without Mr.
Okay.
It's a convoluted process.
Mhm.
If they choose to just move forward without districting and meet those terms, or those requests that we had, so he opted, let's just get it done.
which is good. It's baby steps. So we're working towards baby steps. Which, to me, every step forward is good. Steve, you have any comments?
Yeah, so, as David mentioned, cold snap last week, obviously, she was in the village, but development is okay at the moment. The culvert project is closing their financials, so it looks like the village's overage is still between 24 and 26,000, which is good news. We better have 24 of those on there. Other than that, it's pretty status quo for your team for us. And a big topic is the county's increase in refuse recycling rates. Came down last week.
We kind of instituted a plan last year where we would be raising rates a bit every 5 years.
Right.
So, and people need to understand, you have no choice in that.
Right.
The county is just constantly raising that rate.
So the big hit is really to our recycling, so that's being raised almost 46%. So with our overall program, we're looking at 13.28% increase in activities. So there's no way around that, we're gonna have to raise the rates.
So this is across the board, this is anybody that goes up to the transfer.
Right, every rate was.
So if someone's using a private hauler, they're gonna be taking the same hit.
They were increased as well, yeah. Every line item was increased.
Economic development will be led by Shalyn and the rest of the board. we might have something to discuss later on in the meeting, if we might do that popped up. Emergency services is now gonna be Chad and Ken. Chad, since you were on there, anything?
Fire department, nothing. Rescue, apparently they just did elections. And PD is working toward their flock training and going to work on potential grant early in the process.
Employee contracts and insurance committee, that'll be myself, Chad, and Ken. However, if there's something to do with water, in other words, like say David, who is part of the DPW, David would be involved in that, and none of us would join. So it's still kind of a committee of the whole. Personnel, still full board. And then rec will be David and Shalyn. And David, I realize you probably weren't at the meeting, but don't have anything to report, because you didn't know you were on that until right now.
I was just gonna say, Mike McCabe, the recreation director, forwarded today, they're coming up with a naming policy, a dedication of memorials or, it's not all the memorials, to dedicate buildings, benches, trees, so on and so forth. I did have a little feedback that I shared with him. And they're asking for the village and town both to adopt it, but I recommend waiting until those questions are answered.
Good. And so that's it for committees. Any questions? Initial public comment? Seeing none. On to old business. We have to appoint Joe Minikin again to the BDC. He didn't get down in time to sign his oath because he's been basically shacked up at that DRI project. So.
And he's been pretty sick.
He's been pretty sick. He's been out of school for a while, so. Anyway, so entertain a motion to appoint Joe Minikin to the BDC Board of Directors. Moved by trustee Pete, second. Second by trustee Simpson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, I got an email yesterday, from the Empire State Development, asking about the status of that raw water line project that we were thinking of doing. The redundant water line is what I called it. And you know, they gave us a year to try and come up with other funding and such, but it just doesn't look like we're gonna be able to find it. So I would recommend that you return that grant, let them know that we're not going to use it. Rescind the grant.
Different order, yeah.
Yeah. So I need a motion for that, don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah. And I entertain a motion to rescind that grant. So moved by trustee Simpson, second. Second by trustee Rodman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I will say, and I know there's, geez, we did do the test. Sorry, my head's in the wrong. The flow test of the old line, and it performed well.
Yeah.
You know, it performed very well. We still have the emergency 12-inch line as well. It just would have been nice for future development, but who knows, we'll see what happens. And I don't think we want to hold up grant money that other communities can use it if we have the potential to use it. So, okay, thank you. On to new business, some proposed resolutions. There was just some bookkeeping here that we do normally at the beginning of each year. First up, proposed resolution for the annual appointments for 2026. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Broadbent, second. Second by trustee Simpson. And those were the committees. Chad is our deputy mayor again. Our audit is David and Shalyn. Then appointees to other various positions. You guys want it, when we has a copy. This is a roll call vote. Trustee Peets?
Aye.
Trustee Broadbent?
Aye.
Trustee McGowan?
Aye.
Trustee Simpson?
Aye.
And I am aye. Next up, proposed resolution to designate the banks of deposit for 2026. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Peets, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Simpson. Those banks are Community Bank, NBT Bank, and NY Class Bank. This too is a roll call vote. Trustee Peets.
Aye.
Trustee Brodman.
Aye.
Trustee McGowan. Trustee Simpson.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Next up, proposed resolution for the authorization of departmental cash drawers and petty cash accounts. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Peets, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Brodbeck. $150 in taxes, one, $150 in taxes, two, taxes, three is $150, in change pouches, $150, for a total of $600. Petty cash accounts, treasurer is $50, code enforcement $150, DPW $100, joint rec $425, for a total of $720. This is a roll call vote. Trustee Peets.
Aye.
Trustee Brodbeck.
Aye.
Trustee McGowan. Trustee Simpson.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Next up, proposed resolution to authorize the agreement with the Grass River entity for snow and dirt dumping in 2026. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Simpson, second.
Second.
Second by trustee McGowan. This is down by actually the culvert project, Judge Johnson. That's a roll call vote. Trustee Peets.
Aye.
Trustee Brodman.
Aye.
Trustee McGowan.
Aye.
Trustee Simpson.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Next up, entertain a motion for the authorization to purchase 2 new dump plow trucks.
So moved.
Moved by trustee McGowan, second.
Second.
A second by trustee Peets. And I think he had actually sent out the listing of our,
Yeah, it was very helpful.
hard to believe that we have 3 1999 trucks in service.
Yeah.
One to fail. One to fail. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. This will actually really kind of help to update our.
Yeah, this will really fit into the equation.
Mhm.
We should be 3 years before we have to entertain another truck.
Yeah.
That's nicely.
And I'm gonna commend this board, and everyone that's been a part of it, we've all been a part of one shape or another. This board has done a great job of kind of rehabilitating and getting the equipment back onto where it belongs to be. And I thank everybody for that, and for our department heads to bring that to our attention. Next up, I'll entertain a motion for the resignation of Nicholas Herbster as a motor equipment operator. Moved by trustee Broderick, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Peets. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you to Nicholas for his service, and we wish him luck in his new entity.
I'll make a note that, sorry, I can't write as fast as you're talking.
No, I think Shalyn did.
And in a second?
Oh, David did.
Okay.
Next up, we'll entertain a motion for the authorization to advertise for that mower equipment operator position. So, moved by trustee Simpson,
Second.
second by trustee Frog.
Mayor, can I add something to that?
Sure.
I'd like to request from the board to authorize me to approve the in-house transfers that are going to follow this. That I would obviously go back to the board for the new hire off the street.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, a proposed resolution to authorize the agreement with the Massena Electric Department, where we provide 24-hour emergency phone and telephone service for them.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Peets, second. Second by trustee Wood. Standard one, same thing as last year.
Mhm.
Let's roll call vote. Trustee Peets.
Aye.
Trustee Brodman.
Aye.
Trustee McGowan.
Aye.
Trustee Simpson. Aye. Well, I think we already kind of discussed the rates. And I think like we said we would do this at the beginning of each budget year. Or do you think we should do this?
Well, this is kind of the way I'm seeing it. I'd like to work on the numbers a little bit more.
Okay.
This just got dropped on me last week.
Mhm.
I emailed everybody as soon as I found out, and see what kind of impact it's gonna have. raise the rates. You know, almost a 14% increase in pit fees is pretty obvious. Unfortunately, it's gonna be, probably a substantial increase.
Is the main reason the transportation to Rodman? Is that what's going on?
So, didn't really give any clear reasons. I think that the recycling market is one, and then the transportation to and from. We don't have a lot of options.
Should we do a resolution approving the leachate rate increase?
I figured we would discuss that.
Okay. So
Then.
leachate has to go up as well. And we're going from 2 cents to 10 cents per gallon.
That's the going rate.
Yeah.
That's what everybody else is charging.
When's the last time we had it? How long has it been, 2 cents?
2021 or 22, we went from 1 cent a gallon to 2 cents a gallon. But the going rate is, everybody is charging 5 cents. The other way up there was right up to Malone, Augsburg, they're charging 5 cents.
I'll entertain a motion to raise that rate to 10 cents. Moved by trustee Pete, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Proctor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up, a discussion regarding Independence Day fireworks. So, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've already emailed the board about this and ran it by them, but we're one of the only communities that doesn't really do anything for fireworks. And it's actually something that a few people have reached out to me about. And so I was thinking, kind of coinciding it with another kind of like summer fest, how we do the fall fest. If we could do the same thing in regards to the summer fest, I've spoken with, his actual name is Leland, but it goes by BJ. And he's set aside July 2nd for us, with board approval. I'd like to be able to enter into contract with him not to exceed $10,000. David had a great idea. Maybe there might be some private people that wish to help out in some form. We'd be more than happy for that, but can't ask. But no matter what, I think we've done a good job, and the business owners downtown really have done a great job. And we're starting to develop that sense of community again, and I'd like to just kind of keep pushing that momentum and keep pushing forward. And I just think this would be a great idea to do it. We have money in contingency if we need to pay it up front, but also, I can make sure to put it in the budget, make sure that we have that cost. So
There was a little bit of discussion about location.
I think that's something that, when we talk to BJ, we'd say, hey, here was the problem with having it down at that Water Street location. And I did chit chat, and he said he did like that location. But I told him, I said we were having trouble seeing it, so Monique actually mentioned Danforth Park. And so if you have if we have a nice little summer fest here, if people feel like they can't get it, it's a 2-minute walk up to that to see it. And it's just, I think it'd be something that would really, I think the community would be excited to be part of that.
Yeah, Shannon's thing has been such a
Yeah.
success, so
Yeah.
and how much do we really give back to our own community? What's
Yeah.
a few bucks?
And I think they,
Once in a while, you gotta spend $1 to get $1.
yeah,
So,
and keep pushing that downtown, and I'd love to see the vendors again and everything. I thought that was a lot of fun. And, well, mostly, everybody will have July 3rd off, because I'm assuming that's the day we get off for the weekend and such, so. Anyway,
What day of the week is that?
it's a Thursday, the second is a Thursday. Friday is the 3rd, so I'm assuming everyone would have Friday the 3rd off, so that they can enjoy
Yeah.
Thursday night. Not have to work out too early. Anyway, I entertain a motion to allow me to sign a contract with Mr. Green not to exceed an amount of $10,000. So moved by trustee Simpson, second. Second by trustee Bowden. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, guys. I think that's gonna be I think that'll be a nice event for us. I really do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I printed out the first draft, Next up, proposed resolution to authorize the recreational easement to the people of New York State Department of Environmental Conservation at Springs Park, Racket River. Entertain a motion?
Yep, question about that?
Yep. Let's get it on, pin number one.
Okay.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Pete, second?
Second.
Second by trustee McGowan. Dave?
Yeah, just, I was just thinking about that, is that something they do now, or is that?
Yeah.
This is something.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know if it was something we just opened up. There's a problem with parking.
It's really just in case something, they need to get down there for something, they just have to do it.
Okay.
It's a roll call vote. Trustee Peets?
Aye.
Trustee Brodmer? Aye. Trustee McGowan?
Aye.
Trustee Simpson?
Aye.
And I'm aye. One other thing, two, I guess. Monique and I are meeting with the New York Power Authority tomorrow, for a couple things. Their energy efficiency program, we have like upwards of about, I want to say it's $187,000 for energy efficiency programs. And so we're gonna talk to them about the boiler, the LED lighting, the roof, and also whatever we can do at the DPW in terms of LED